All right, boom. So you've been working all day, you're tired, you just got off, you've been dealing with people, you've been talking to people, and you've just been going through your everyday, regular, regular life, right? And you get home to find that your girlfriend, your wife, your significant other, she isn't home. So she's not home. You end up texting her, hey, what you up to? Oh, right now I'm out with some friends and I'll be home at 8:30. Right? So 6:30 right now, you just got off of work, traffic was coming home. You had a long day, you're tired, you get home, she's not home. She says I'm gonna text you or I'm gonna be at the house at 8:30, right? So 8:30 rolls around, she's not home. You like, okay, cool. I'm gonna give her some time. I mean, hey, I'm not about to be like a fucking to the minute stickler on the time she got to be home, right? So you give it some time. 5 minutes roll by, 10 minutes roll by. Now you start to be curious. Hey, what you up to? You might shoot the text. She doesn't respond to the text. So now it's 8:20. She doesn't respond to the text. 10 minutes have gone by since she said, hey, what you up to text. Now 8:30 comes around. We're talking 20 minutes past that time. You give her a call. You say, hey, what you up to? She doesn't answer the phone. That's all you was looking to do, was just check in. So now you're starting to get a little concerned. She hasn't answered the text. She hasn't answered the call. And she says she's out with friends. So what does that even mean? Next thing you know, another 15 minutes go by, no nothing. Now you done sent two more texts saying, hey, everything good? What you up to? Hey, now 9 o'clock rolls around, she's still not home. We're talking 30 minutes later, or actually it's 9:30 at this point if we following the time frame. So we're talking an hour later from when she said she was gonna be home. Like, what are you up to? You blowing up the phone. 15 minutes later, you writing ugly paragraphs, you cussing her out, and then 15 minutes after that, you saying, all right, it's over, I'm out. And as you're walking out, you see her pull up, and you just furious. You feel with rage, all these thoughts going through your mind, who you was with, who just dropped you off, what friends was it, why you ain't answer my phone, you was busy, you was doing this, doing that. And she says, hey, such and such, his grandmother passed away, and I just wanted to really be there and be present, console her, have my phone on Do Not Disturb. Sorry, we stayed a little bit longer. So you've produced this entire emotional state within your body of anger, frustration. You ready to kill this person that you said you loved. You ready to go and walk away from them and curse them out and call them all types of names and say, I always knew this wasn't ish and I always knew women wasn't that. You ready to do all that, and all she was doing was being a compassionate friend. And this is what I wanted to talk about today. This is what I call selective focus, aka mindset. I want to be very practical, very grounded when I explain these concepts. So this is what I call the mindset to which you approach a situation with. And this is what happens every day of our lives, believe it or not. All different types of outcomes, all different types of results, all different types of experiences, data, situations are going into our brains at all moments of time. We're always picking up information. And what we decide to do with it, aka what we think and what we feel about the information that is given to us, determines our actions and ultimately the outcomes that we're going to get in our life, because outcome equals action. You don't get outcomes without action. So if we understand that what we think about a situation and how we feel about a situation are going to determine our actions and therefore our outcomes, you can see how so many of us have preconditioned beliefs, thoughts, values, needs, biases, all these different things happen at the same time that interrupt our original process of how we think and how we feel. We take drugs that put us in different states. We take alcohol that puts us in different states. We do all these things to be in a different state of mind, and all that's doing is getting us out of tune with how we think and how we feel. So why does this matter? Why should you care about how you think and how you feel, your outcomes? Okay, JV, you give the story in the beginning about the dude coming home, wife, okay, but how did this relate to me? Well, let me tell you about this time in my life, right? So I'm gonna take y'all back to what was this? This is probably ninth grade, maybe eighth grade. It was in middle school, I think. It was in middle school, actually. I remember now. So it was in middle school. I'm playing AAU basketball. If y'all familiar, I don't know if that's just like I think that's a national thing. AAU, y'all should be familiar. Playing AAU basketball, and we had this tournament. So at this time, I was on the B team. I was frustrated about this. That's a different story. I talked to the coach in the locker room. He said, "We need you on this team. We need you to develop. You got so much potential, but you're not, you need to come here, develop as a leader, and then you could go up." That's at least what they told me. Trying to make me feel good because I was about to quit. That's besides the point. Don't quit, kids. Anyway, I'm in this tournament, but it's not really besides the point because it shows where my mindset was at the time. So it all ties together. So we got this tournament. We playing these games. I remember it was just like the last game of our version of the tournament. I don't know if it was like a 2-game elimination. That was our elimination game. Or I don't know if it was the championship game. It was kind of fuzzy, but I want to say it was one of those 2 scenarios. So we're playing this team. It's a good game, back and forth. Got momentum. I'm playing good the game. I'm playing good this whole game. Because I was one of the best on the team at that time. I was on the B team, so I was, one of the main players. So I was playing good. That's the thing. I was playing a good game. It's back and forth. And all I remember is we're down by 3. We got some time left on the clock. It's an inbound play. They running full court press. Pass the ball in to our guard. He come. I think it was Ant. He comes. I'm running half court. Catch the ball. You know the full court press plays. If y'all used to hoop, you usually got the person that cut middle. I was the person that cut middle. Cut middle. Got the ball. Ripped through. About to shoot. Buzzer beater type ish. I got fouled on the buzzer beater 3-pointer. We down by 3. So immediately, where do you think my focus went, and where do you think how my body started to feel? Well, it all depends on my mindset. So at the time, and to dive deeper into that, how we think is what we focus on at any given time, but also the words that we say to ourselves. And then how we feel is our physiology, how we feel in our body, right? So I get fouled. Where do you think my focus went? What do you think I was saying to myself? And how do you think I felt? I'll give y'all interpretation. I'm gonna give y'all 5 seconds. Your boy was scared shitless. I'm not gonna lie to you. Your boy was definitely sweating under them pits. That's all I'm gonna say. That's not all I'm gonna say. But very, very seriously, your boy was nervous. I got fouled. I knew, I'm like, okay. And that's the thing, I'm a good shooter. I knew I could make free throws, but that's not where my mind went. My mind didn't go, I'm about to go make these free throws. My mind didn't go, I'm about to go knock these down. My mind went, what if I miss? What if I choke? Uh-oh, don't choke. You're not ready. Don't choke. Body start to do all these weird nervous reactions. I probably slumped over a little bit, got a little bit more nervous, tried to posture and have ego like I wasn't nervous or something like that. That's probably what happened. And I remember I had these feelings. I remember these thoughts. I remember it vividly, actually. It was like one of those moments, right? So I go up to the free throw line. Boom, boom, boom. Do my routine. It's nobody on the line. When the buzzer beater, nobody on the line. Everybody back. Everybody watching. What's going to happen? Jay, you got us. You got us, the whole team. Okay, bad. Knock that one down. We made the first. So I'm feeling like, okay, we got a chance. This is good money. This good money. Boom, boy in the second. And game over. We down by 3. I missed the second. We had no chance. I went on to make the third, and that was the ball game. But the moral and why I tell that story is because you see where my focus went, and that was ultimately what led to the worst outcome. Because the question has to be is like, do we know how to do the things that produce positive outcomes? We do. In this scenario, did I know how to make a free throw? Yes, I knew how to make a free throw. I knew how to make a free throw. I've made plenty of free throws, hundreds of free throws in my life. I knew how to make a free throw. So what was stopping me from making a free throw? Well, every other time I've made a free throw, there's certain things that I focused on, there's certain things that I've said to myself, and there's certain ways that I move my body in order for me to make that free throw. So the only thing I did different from the situation where I made the free throw to where I missed the free throw was because I was focusing on something different. I was talking to myself different, and I moved my body different. Or I would have made the free throw if I did the same thing. And that's how results work. Like, you know, emotions are strategies, the way that we feel at any given moment. Because that's what I just described, what we focus on, how we think, how we feel. This is our emotional state. And emotions are strategies. So anytime you're putting yourself in a specific emotional state, AKA how you're thinking and how you're feeling, anytime you're always in an emotional state, that's what you're going to experience as an outcome. So I put myself in the outcome of a nervous person that was about to miss the free throw, or the state of a nervous person that's about to miss the free throw. And what do I go do? I'll go be a nervous person that missed the free throw. So what do we need to do to fix this? Because this not only happens on the negative side with me, but this happens on the positive side. I know y'all seen Giannis, game 6, 50 points, made 18 out of 19 free throws. What happened there? Why does Giannis regularly miss free throws? Great question. This would be the questions you should ask. How is certain outcomes produced at one point in time? How is certain outcomes not produced at other points in time? This would be valuable for Giannis. Tell him to tap in, one-on-one coaching. Y'all want to tap in, one-on-one coaching. Let's get you right. But he went on to make 18 of 19 free throws or something crazy like that and win game 6, finals MVP, 50 points, crazy, one of the craziest performances I ever seen. And how did he do that? Well, in that game, obviously things were different because he was focusing on something different. The game meant something more to him at that stage. It was his legacy. It was doing this for his family. It was doing it for the people back home in Greece. It was solidifying his spot as the best player on earth. It was maybe other things that mattered more important, and therefore he could tap into a more resourceful state, because that's that champion energy. So that's that champion mindset. So like when I had that nervous energy in high school or middle school, that was loser energy. And that's how so many people walk around today, is they have these loser frameworks of like, oh, just because I got the ball in this situation means I'm going to choke, instead of, oh, this is going to be how I'm going to, get all the accolades, get all the significance I want, grow, whatever. It's going to be fun. However you look at it is going to picture that outcome. So the states that Giannis put himself in game 6 was obviously resourceful enough to go get the job done. Whatever he was saying to himself, whatever he was focusing on, and however he was moving his body. Maybe he moved his body different, had different rituals. I know when he was doing Bron crazy, he did the crown thing. So everybody has their own thing, and that's where you want to study yourself and figure out your own patterns of emotions. But, I just want in this video to be clear the effect that your mindset can have on outcomes. And as you've seen from the relationship example, from basketball examples, this has happened in all areas of life. Why did you miss that sale? Why did you not go for that business opportunity that you knew would have been a good thing? Why do you stick with your gym routine for 2 weeks and then don't stick with it? Why do we procrastinate? All these things are just strategies to feel certain emotions that we value, which I'm not gonna get into in this video because this is a deeper conversation that we just scratching the surface with. But we all have certain needs, and we all have certain values, and we all have certain beliefs to meet those needs and values. And to simplify, needs and values are just states that we are pursuing, right? So it's like one of your needs could be the need for certainty, or the need for variety, or the need for significance, or the need for growth, contribution, connection. Or one of your values could be to feel wise, to feel powerful, to feel strong, to feel courage, right? And based on what you believe about what you need to do to put yourself in that emotional state, that's going to determine the actions that you take, the decisions that you make, and ultimately your destiny. Shit gets deep. We not here to just, dibble dabble with life. We here to really look at the control center of life, how destinies and outcomes are produced, and how we can put ours into our favor. So that's what I call you to do from this video, is to take action and think about an outcome that you wanted to produce, whether it's stopping a bad habit, stopping an addiction, starting that business, quitting your job, starting a side hustle, getting in shape, meeting a new social group, getting a girlfriend, whatever it may be. I want you to think about that outcome and notice when you think about that outcome, what thoughts come to mind. So what you think about and what you focus on when you put that outcome in your attention. Then what comes out about, like, if I say I want a girlfriend, but thoughts of, oh, but girls ain't this, or oh, I'm never gonna find a girl in America, or oh, I'm not ready yet, or oh, I gotta be a higher value version of myself before I get the type of girl that I want. All these different things. If you start to say those things to yourself and focus on those outcomes of why getting a girlfriend is not going to work out, guess what? You're going to continue to be lonely like you is right now. And notice what you do with your body. If I start talking about that, but girl, oh, you see how even when I started doing it, I probably just did it naturally. Like rewind the video and see what I did with my body when I started talking about it, when I was trying to make that example. But as easy as we can get into those negative states that produce the outcomes that we don't want, once we become conscious, once we become aware of the emotional strategies that we use when we go about certain outcomes, and realize that certain strategies are effective, like being sad and depressed and worried about how you can't get a girlfriend, all these different stuff about coming about how to get a girlfriend. Is that the strategy, the emotional state that's going to produce a girlfriend? You go out there in the public, you start shaking hands, you start, you feel me, mingling, talking to a couple ladies here and there, doing your thing. You walk around giving sad and depressed energy, is that gonna make her want you? No. This is common sense, right? So what do we have to do? We gotta think about the girlfriend. Say, oh, they all want me, man. I'm gonna put myself available. I'm gonna make sure that she has this. So now you're in a qualifying mindset. Now we talking about influence and sales and how to actually close that deal. We ain't gonna get into that on this session, but stay tuned. That's what we talk about on this channel: influence, mindset, all that good stuff. So what I want you to take away from this video is, like, think about that outcome that you've been wanting, putting off, not producing. Think about what emotional states you use when you think about that outcome, and how can you start to change those states in order to get a better outcome. And very briefly, before I touch on it, maybe on my next video, maybe in a future video, I'm not sure exactly when, on how to do this, because this video is just for the awareness of where you are, and understand that your mindset produces your outcomes. But in order to change that, all we need to do at any given moment to stop feeling sad, stop feeling depressed, is change what we focus on. Change the questions we start to ask ourselves. Instead of, oh, well, how am I gonna find one in America? Oh, well, I'm red pill now and I need this and all this other bullshit. Be like, if you want a girlfriend, why do all these girls want me? Why is it so easy to find a girlfriend? Everywhere I look, it look like girls want to be my girlfriend, or something along the version to put yourself in a positive, whatever state you need to feel, or how you would feel once you do have that outcome, that girlfriend in this case. Put yourself in that state and then go out and interact with the world, take action, and you'd be surprised how the world responds. Hope that makes sense. If you like the video, comment what you want to see next, subscribe if you're new. I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.